Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Preparation Ape, your number one place for Magic Legs. I'm DKP.
I'm H-Tom.
Of course, we're coming to life here from twitch.tv/ChainSnipe every single Thursday at 8:01 Central Standard Time.
It's been 2 weeks.
It does. Looks like it's been quite a while.
Yes.
So, Major Steve, doing well. But, more important, let me ask you this. What have we got on the Residux tonight, baby?
We're at that time again. PS Plus versus Xbox. Some heavy hitters.
Yep.
Also, follow Mario64 on Twitter. He has been posting images. Can't think of what the website's called. Brick something. Brick stock, maybe? That shows the stock of different. And specifically, we're talking about the SNES Classic. They've said they're going to have more. Will they? Tune in to find out. I can't stop.
Does anybody know who he is, by the way? Because it seems like he's an insider, a pretty important one somewhere. Because he always
lives on.
But he's had he's broke news though.
Yeah.
Is your mic off?
Is
it muted? You gotta.
It was on mute.
You gotta go the full click, baby.
I went the full click. One click.
Did you? Oh well, okay.
So,
oh, dude, that scared me so bad. There's an empty Red Bull can that just slowly toppled over.
thank God it was empty. So, Super Mario Odyssey is a game that I can't stop thinking about. I can't stop talking about it. Can't stop dreaming of it. It's everything I could ever want. So we're going to talk about it some more.
Okay.
The Red Dead trailer came out today.
Unlike the
Thanks,
Switch, I'm fine to talk about this quite.
yeah. New Red Dead trailer came out today. I watched it a bunch of times. I have some takeaways.
I watched it once.
Okay. That's probably enough, honestly.
Yeah.
You probably got just as much stuff out of it as I did. And then, of course, we're going to continue the epic battle that is Vivendi versus Ubisoft. Bloomberg had an interesting article that I'm going to read the whole thing.
Well, the stakes are, heating up now.
They're heating up, but at the same time, Ubisoft is fucking primed and ready to take these motherfuckers on. So,
Yeah?
oh yeah,
It's not what I was reading earlier this week, but I believe you.
they're ready.
What up right here?
What up, babies? All right. Before we get too deep into it,
All right.
you been playing any games lately?
You been fucking lately? Yeah, man. I know. I bet you're chomping at the bit to talk about SteamWorld Dig 2.
I streamed it a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
It's great.
What's going on, Two Pump Chumps?
Oh, hi.
That might be your best intro you've ever had.
Yeah.
No, I bought it just to fucking try it out, and I thought, man, if I don't like it in 2 hours, I can fund it.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. It is really good.
You told me you played it like 10 hours.
Yeah, first
The day
day,
you bought
it
it?
was great. I'm not sure how the game progresses throughout the whole thing, because it does reach a point to where they're like, hey, there's some areas you've kind of been to. You need to go and, disable 3 things here. And then it was like, this almost feels like Zelda. Which, before, I don't know, it had this just really unique feel. And, that's when I stopped
It's definitely
playing
very Zelda-esque. It's like a side-scrolling... It's like Metroidvania is Zelda.
Well, the thing... So you said you don't like procedurally generated games.
The first one's procedurally generated, but yeah.
This one might as well be. Because what's really cool and unique about it is whenever you dig out a grid, it's permanent.
Yeah, that's your grid.
So everyone else's the way that they dug through and shit will look
their world map.
What are those things called? The ant farms that you can see little tunnels will look completely different. That is one of the coolest
For
concepts to me.
sure. If you get a chance, you should play through the first one.
Yeah, I might do that at some point. Apart from that, World of Warcraft and XCOM.
Yeah, you said you streamed
XCOM,
that last night.
Yeah, and I played a
Well.
little bit more today. I'm really digging it.
Cool.
It is one of the most tense experiences I've ever had. And I understand that probably realistically you could just brute force your way through it and just fuck it, I don't care if my people die, whatever, I don't know if the game ever game overs you. But even if that's true, the fact that you name your characters after people you know, you don't want them to die. So it's very tense. It's great. I
Festus,
gotta get you a new battery, by the way. But go on. Go on.
Festus was saying that when he played through the first one, he named all the characters after all of his close friends. And XCOM 2, he named them after all of his friends' kids. So he was telling me what Ethan, he's like, here's what Ethan is to me, here's what he's been accomplishing. Thought that was cool. More fun to play it with caution, which you can't say about minigames.
Let me switch. You're gonna be muted for like 2 seconds. All right. There you go. Yeah, man, very interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Couple other things I want to mention. 3 things that are, they're not Prep 8 slide material. A couple of them are PSAs. I guess they're all PSAs.
Okay.
Public service announcements. Public service announcement number 1.
PSAs are.
Well, just in case anybody out there.
If you don't, then
Peb, he seems like the type that doesn't know
you're
what a PSA
retarded.
is.
You need to
I'm
leave.
just kidding. He definitely does. Number 1, the SNES Classic comes out tomorrow, which is the greatest video game compilation of all time.
Very possibly, yeah.
That's fair. Number 2, Cuphead.
It really snuck up on me, to be honest, too. Like
Cuphead or the SNES Classic?
not Cuphead. SNES Classic. For some reason, up until like last week, I just forgot the release date for it, and I thought we still had like a while out for it.
Yeah, it's fucking tomorrow. Nuts, man. Yeah, dude. Final Fantasy VI, Super Metroid, Earthbound,
Yep.
Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Link to the Past,
It doesn't get much better.
Mario
than
Kart,
that.
Super Punch-Out.
Yeah, Cuphead.
hype.
Dude, I'm really torn. Like, I don't know.
I'm nervous about this game.
No, I don't know when I'm gonna stream it.
You don't want to stream it tomorrow? You want to continue your
Well,
XCOM?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that, and I don't know if like. Here's the other thing.
I feel
too,
like that's a fun game for you and I to stream together.
That's what I mean. And it's like, okay, do I want to play it first? Because I just really want to fucking play it. But then, like, miss out on the experience of, like, showing first playthrough because I've already played it? Do I want to wait for co-op, somebody to co-op it with? Like, I don't know what to do with it.
Well,
And then again, and this is very few games do I have this conflict with. Like,
we haven't talked
we've been
about
talking about this one for fucking years.
We have, but you and I have not talked about this. I mentioned it to you on the phone a couple days ago.
I appreciate
thank
it
you very much.
boys.
Um,
Man, look at it.
yeah. Love that taco eating motherfucker.
I like how on our shit, so many things that were placeholders originally are just turned into like, nah, we need to keep it.
Yeah. Staples. But I'm excited to play. I'm nervous because I think it's going to be too hard, and I'm really worried about being like super, super bad at it.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably going to be possible. But I actually want to fucking play it.
Well, you know, side scrollers are my jam.
How about you stop being a bitch, DKP, and play it like a man?
What does that mean?
No, he I don't think he'll have a problem with it. That's his kind of
The
game.
difficulty is not at all what I'm concerned about. It's like it's mostly on the streaming side of it.
So
You know,
yeah,
like-
what I was saying earlier, the wife gave me the go-ahead to come over tomorrow.
Really? All right.
So
Well, I got a phone screener at 1:30, so I might have to pop
we can do
off.
it after that. You
Okay.
wanna do that?
Yeah, sure.
After your screener, you just call me and be like, "Hey, I'm done. I'll come over." and
We'll
we'll
just
stream."
come over at 2.
Just call me and tell me when you're done.
All right. We'll
I don't want to pop in if for some reason they end up being late or whatever. Just call me when
We're
you're
getting
done.
off in the
I'll head
weeds, though.
over. Yeah. We'll stream
But our-
some
but
Cuphead.
our-
Maybe we'll stream a little bit of SNES
Yeah, I thought our
Classic.
original plan was to go through all the NES Classic games.
Possibly.
Like, spending, like, a little bit of time on each.
Yeah, we can do that
But-
too. We'll just fuck around with it. Nothing's set in stone as of right now.
Yeah. We'll just do what feels right.
Yeah.
How about that?
Maybe play a little bit of Chrono Trigger. Do a little bit of that. We're so close on it. We gotta fucking finish
The
it.
world is just, it's our oyster.
It is, right?
Yeah. Do whatever we want.
Let me ask you guys this, because you guys are here a lot. If I get an extra SNES Classic, which I intend to do, I want to give it away through the channel. But what I can't figure out is, somebody mentioned, I don't think it was somebody here. It might have been, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Somebody mentioned there was a giveaway where somebody did where if you watch a stream for an hour and a half, like if you watch and you interact, then your name goes into like a raffle. So it encourages people to like stick around. Maybe, especially if they're new to the channel, stick around for the next hour and 25 minutes, and maybe you can end up with an SNES Classic.
Which, we're going later tonight to see if we can grab one from Walmart. Is that right?
Yep.
So I got to find a way to.
Well, 11 p.m.
I got to find a way to smuggle beer into Walmart and drink it. Which is like that's kind of a problem.
I mean, if they sell it, they'll be selling it in 3.5 hours. So
Yeah, and
I don't intend to go wait in line forever for it.
Right, but like I need to continue drinking. Okay,
That's right.
I'm kidding.
And then the other option is give it away to somebody who's subscribed, which right here, it's like you read my mind. But anybody who subscribes, they would automatically be entered in. So try to encourage people to subscribe. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.
All right. Well, if we're gonna keep this under an hour, we're 1/10 the way.
Oh,
in.
hello. This is right here.
So let's fucking do it, baby.
Yep.
So moving on first to one of our old staples.
PS versus Xbox Games with Gold. I don't like that name, Games with Gold.
Yeah, it sucks, but
what can you do? You guys are gonna give away an SNES Classic if we can find another.
he might. I'm just going along for the ride.
Yeah. If I can get another one, which I intend to try to do tonight. All right, you ready?
Yes.
PlayStation games for October.
All right, let's hear it.
The games are as follows: Amnesia, the collector's edition. You played Amnesia, right? Tell me about Amnesia.
It did a lot to reinvigorate horror games,
What kind of game is it? Is it like a first person?
See, I see.
I don't know anything about it. I legitimately don't.
This is the trap I fell into with Wolfenstein, where I was going to give like a really short synopsis, and apparently I failed. All right, look. So if you really don't want anything,
BJ Blazkowicz.
tuck that lip back in. And by the way,
Blazkowicz.
yeah, tuck that lip back in. Gonna get caught on a tripwire, boy. All right. So if anyone really doesn't know what Amnesia is, it's a first-person horror game that kind of it's similar to a walking simulator, and it reinvigorated specifically kind of the main bad guy chasing you throughout the whole game.
Okay.
Now, what the
That's
game
cool.
did,
Like Nemesis.
yeah, like
Cool.
but differently because Nemesis had specific spawn points where he would appear. Right.
Gotcha.
This game, basically, you go about your business, and at random intervals, he would show up, and you'd have to hide. There was no combat in it. It was really successful, mostly due to the same vein of like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. What's that other one? Outlast.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna like go too much into it, but different game because like once again, Outlast, like everything's scripted.
Okay.
So it's a very like scripted sequence where you walk past a certain point, something happens, right?
Yeah.
So that's great. I do like the fact that it helped like reinvigorate the horror genre because, like I said, with the whole Five Nights at Freddy thing, everyone was really on board. Like, oh shit, they're watching all the big YouTubers play it,
Yeah.
and then suddenly everyone got invested in like horror games and people being scared. So we saw like that kind of legitimately started like a renaissance in some horror games.
I think it even had a big influence on Resident Evil 7.
I thought you didn't know what it was.
I don't mean Amnesia, I mean that type of game.
I'm kidding.
Are you?
Yeah. Apparently, I thought it was way more popular than it is. I'd said he didn't know either. Do I like the game? Not really. I liked it at first, but then I found out that there were no consequences for dying because it autosaves constantly.
Stakes.
So what I
Gotta have
eventually like
stakes.
started doing was when the monster would show up, I would just walk straight to him and be like, all right, get it over with. And then I would respawn like maybe a minute and a half before, and then I would be like, all right, I've got like 10 minutes before he randomly shows up again. So that just like killed the immersion for me.
I can see that.
And that kind of carries over to Amnesia 2 as well. So like, good game. I think that even if you do play it that way, like it's still spoopy. So yeah, but that is Amnesia.
Cool.
That was that explanation.
That was great. You did great. Proud of you.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Yeah. Give you a little pat on the back.
I'd like that.
Number 2, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. The worst video game ever.
Well, if anyone
made.
doesn't know Metal Gear Solid 5,
Can you please explain Metal Gear? Nah.
yeah, can you explain Metal Gear to me?
I think everybody knows what MGS5 is.
Can I? Absolutely. Take a seat.
So yeah, Phantom Pain. Also, Skyforce Anniversary Edition is coming to... You can get the Vita version or the PS4 version.
I don't know what that is. Can you explain that to me?
I can. It is a top-down shooter akin to... What it looks the most like is a modern version of 1942 or 1943.
Like Battlefield?
Nope.
Then I don't know.
It's called
I don't know
1942.
what games you're talking about.
I think you own those games. Yeah, you own both of those
Oh, for
games.
NES?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a top-down pilot game. I
Yeah.
can't think of... Like, it's like a shmup. or like Gunsmoke on the NES.
I usually hear them like referred to as like bullet hell.
Yeah,
I feel like the top down, especially like the Japanese one,
for sure,
because they just throw insane amounts of shit at you.
Specifically progressing like up. It's an up scrolling game.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but it looks like a World War II type thing, but it's got a lot of colors to it. It's a lot more like I said, it looks like a modern version of 1942 or 1940.
Sure.
I don't play gay games. That's why I've never heard of it, says Idify.
Says the man who's playing Persona 5 right now.
So yeah, you can get that on PS Vita or PS4. Hugh, PS4,
R.I.P.,
PS
baby.
Vita. What? Not Hugh
Get
Hefner.
Get it?
No, I don't want my ribs got.
Yeah, what is
RIP.
Hue?
Hue is a puzzle platformer where you traverse through the world and you have a color wheel that you use to make objects appear or disappear. So as an example, this box, you can only see it if you have the blue color selected. So when you go to your color wheel, you select blue, then the box will appear. And then you use the box and you push it into a hole, which will allow you to jump up to a platform.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, I don't see anything, so I'm going to go through my color
Have you
wheel.
played it?
I haven't.
Is it? Okay.
But puzzle platformer, that's on PS
right.
Vita and PS4 as well. I don't really like the way it looks, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like puzzle platformers. I don't really like the way. Persona's badass, as Edify. Next up, Hustle Kings on PS3. This is only on PS3. Hustle Kings, if you've never played, that's a pool game.
Okay.
Like, not swimming pool, but like
Yeah.
billiards.
Yeah, billiards.
Next up is Monster Jam Battlegrounds.
The fuck is that?
Monster Jam is Monster Trucks. It's a Monster Truck video.
Oh, man. Hell yeah.
Actually, dude, Monster Truck Madness on N64, I used to play the shit out of. It had like Rocket League style modes that was like soccer, but with Monster Trucks.
Yeah, sure.
20 years before Rocket League. But Battlegrounds, Monster Jam Battlegrounds specifically is like Trials. It's a physics-based, like trying to get through the end of something. But instead of a motorcycle like you have in Trials, you have a monster truck.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's a PS3
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. And then finally, there are two bonus games that they're giving away. One of them, it's free until October 23rd, and then the other one's free until mid-November. The one that's up until October 23rd is called That's You, which I think would be a fun like party stream. But basically, you have to have your phones. And you use your phones to like answer questions about each other or answer questions about yourself. And then people have to guess stuff. And you take a selfie, and then that'll like appear in the game, and you can like add silly hair to it and stuff like that. It's a free little. It's their new like PlayLink thing.
That sounds like
And it's like
Jackbox, but worse.
It's kind of like Jackbox, yeah. It's a good way to describe it. And then finally, Riggs Mechanized Combat, which is a PlayStation VR Rocket League with mechs.
I'll get you over this shit, Riggs.
So yeah, it's Amnesia, MGS5, Skyforce Academy, Hue, Hustle Kings, Monster Jam Battlegrounds, That's You, and Riggs Mechanized Combat.
The game's you. It's you.
This game is Hue.
All right, so what do we got for Xbox? I see the list is significantly shorter.
It always is, but they can all be played on an Xbox One. That's the difference.
Yeah.
With the other list,
just
two
saw
of the
the,
games are exclusive to your PS3.
I hadn't actually seen the Xbox list. I just saw the first game and like, I really wish. I really wish that I didn't give a shit because I would have done a spit take of and laughed. But
first game is Gone Home Console Edition. Another very popular walking simulator, where you rummage through someone's house, your house, but yeah, you just rummage through a house, and you think it's a scary game, but it's not. Next up, the Turing Test, which
okay,
have you played that?
No, but I remember seeing it on Steam.
It's like Portal. It's like you have this gun, and you use the gun. It shoots different types of lasers, and you use that to traverse all these different puzzles.
I thought that it had a lot to do with like typing to a keyboard.
Not the
typing
trailer I
to
saw.
a keyboard. Wow. No, what I think the game, the other like big portion of it is like you literally type to an AI.
Okay.
Because you know what the Turing test is, right?
Please.
So what the Turing test is?
Oh wait, it's an AI test to see like the humanity of it or something.
Well, if you created an artificial intelligence, right, and you sent it to converse with a human, if they couldn't tell, like, yeah, this is
It's
a
like in
fucking
Blade
robot, then they pass the Turing test.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of what the game's about, and like how your story progresses depends on like what you say to it, that sort of thing. So there's like two parts of it there.
Seems interesting.
Heard it was cool.
The gameplay looked cool.
Yeah.
Next up, Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc, which was on PS2 and Dreamcast, maybe N64 back in the day, and then they redid an HD version. Dude, the Rayman 3D platformers, I've always wanted to get into them because I love 3D platformers. I've just never been able to. I bought Rayman 2 so many times on different platforms over the years, and I just cannot get into it.
I just think it has like the most abysmal art style for its characters.
It might be it. Test and Blade Runner was based on the Turing test. So there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fab. And then finally, Medal of Honor Airborne. Of course, Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc and Medal of Honor Airborne are both Xbox 360 games, but they are backwards compatible on Xbox One.
Was Airborne worth a fuck?
I never played it.
I think it was.
It came out like right when I
don't
first
think
started
Medal of Honor
working
started to suck till like Warfighter.
Or the one right before Warfighter was the reboot.
Oh, the one that was just the one that was just
replays
called
the
Medal
Marines
of
where
Honor.
everybody just had beards.
Well, they were tier 1 operators.
Yeah.
I remember I was working tier 1 support back then, and I was like, that doesn't sound cool. And it doesn't make me feel cooler.
Yeah.
Kind of like being like, oh, welcome to your phone support job. We're going to call you an agent. Like, yeah, that sounds rad. And then like a year later, you want to commit suicide, you know? You just have to like come home and you sit on your porch and drink and heckle people.
I think
That's nowhere near as cool as like what it sounds like. You're an agent.
the official nomenclature for the EA representatives now, I think, are game advisors.
That makes sense. No, but
It's also what they're called at GameStop. Like
Oh,
a
really?
regular employee at GameStop is called a games advisor.
But all right. So let's hit our list really quick. Just to recap.
Recap: PlayStation, Amnesia, MGS5, Skyforce Anniversary, Hue, Hustle Kings, Monster Jam Battlegrounds, That's You, Riggs Mechanized Combat League. Then for Xbox, Gone Home, The Turing Test, Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc HD, and Medal of Honor Airborne.
Gotta give it to PlayStation.
Yeah, that's an easy one. And I don't even like Metal Gear. It's just like
Dude, but like
Skyforce
that-
looks cool.
Getting Metal Gear for free if you have not played it, that is a tremendous deal.
Dude, the first hour of Metal Gear 5 was fucking bad.
I don't like the first hour.
I loved the
Everything else about it, I like. I loved the base building. Like,
See, all that
was my
stuff was
favorite
super boring.
part. Fuck you. Art was the greatest.
I'm about to get physically violent.
Yes. Hold on. Quickly. And also, like, yeah, if you haven't played Amnesia and you like horror games, like, it's not really my bag, but, like, if it's free, yeah, I'd say it's
and it's
worth it.
October.
Yeah.
Give away a fucking horror game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, PlayStation. By the way, I intended today to go back and watch all of our episodes from the year to get that total. Didn't do it. So I'm gonna.
We'll have it by the end of the year.
We'll for sure have it by the end of the year. My hope is that I'll do it sometime this week. I was thinking about it, like, it shouldn't be too hard to do because I just go in and scroll through the beginning of the episode until I see the what's on the Residox part, and I'll see it there.
Yeah.
And then if it's there, then I just scroll through to that part.
Right.
And I always, well, not always. I think I always put it first. Anytime.
Usually it is. All right, well, let's move on.
Let's move on.
PlayStation
We got a lot of
took
stuff to talk
it.
about.
We don't know what the score is anymore. But
Hopefully these next couple
we will
shouldn't take
get
long.
it.
Dude, I just realized I did not update the title card on the box. It still says Video Games A to Z.
Well, yeah, when
I
I
don't
was
know if I
when I was
updated
doing this, when I was fixing the slides earlier, I said, I was like, Video Games A to Z? What the fuck is that?
This is the one about the SNES.
I guess you didn't hear me.
Yeah, no.
All right. Well,
This is the one about the stock, as you can see by the picture. So, Wario64 has been posting a lot of stuff about, how many different, which retailers are getting how many consoles of the SNES Classic, or what the quantity is. And as you can see, if you can see it, this is all in New Jersey, but Walmart is getting 102, this Walmart's getting 68, this Walmart's getting 67. Now, I don't know how big these areas are per se. I did pull up the one for our area, and the ones that were showing some available, the lowest that I saw was 20.
so that's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Huge.
Some of that, like, for some stores, that is literally 1,000% increase over what the
Way
NES
more.
Classic
Way more.
had.
So I'm feeling a lot more hopeful. on
Yeah,
this.
man.
Feeling more hopeful. I don't know if it's going to, work out, but I'm feeling more hopeful.
So that being said, if you're watching and you don't have one, go out tonight and try.
My first
Who knows?
recommendation
Maybe it'll
is
happen.
at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 9 p.m.
Is that
for
when we're
you,
going?
Wi-Fi. No, but
What
we'll
time
probably
do they
go right
start selling?
after midnight. Walmart
Okay.
will sell them. But at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, which will be at 11 p.m.
You know
for
what?
us.
Figure it the fuck out yourselves. You know where you live.
Well, basically what I'm saying is
know what
midnight
time it is.
Eastern time. My guess is all the online retailers will put them.
Sure.
So since we're in Central Time at 11 o'clock tonight, check all your online retailers if you want to get one or if you want to get an extra one to keep in the box or whatever it is.
You want to keep one see you.
I think that would be a good time to keep an eye on. Otherwise, I don't necessarily think you're going to have to go get in line, but I would definitely try to get there about the time it opens if you want to grab one.
Yep.
So good news.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
This could not be. This could possibly be inaccurate. I hope it's not. It's just like this. When you say I'm shocked, like me too, to where I almost don't believe it.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully this is accurate because they did fucking promise they'd fix this shit.
For sure.
So yeah.
It seems like they definitely are. But I expected...
This is exciting for me personally because like this is going to make it much harder for scalpers to make money off this, which is great.
Yep.
That's always a pleasure to me. So yeah,
absolutely.
I don't really have much else on that. Like this is just good news.
It's good news.
This is more of a public service announcement, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say this: I expected when they said that they would have more.
Yep.
Like the average store got anywhere from 2 to
3,
5.
Yeah. I was expecting like 11.
I was expecting double the
goofy
quantity.
shit like that. Yeah.
Not like fucking 102. Which don't get me wrong, I'm sure that Walmart is, a busier Walmart comparatively. But still,
yeah, it's Park Place, man. Look at that. I bought that shit on Monopoly once. Made me so much money.
I'd advise this. I got to pick my NES Classics up tomorrow.
There you go, man.
I did that shipment thing, fam.
Let's move on to Super Mario Cartography.
So I was going to do this whole thing where I took this picture and put it on its own slide of its own, and where we would sit here and evaluate the map to like try to point out to where we say like, okay, the Forest Kingdom is clearly right where that red dot is.
Do you want to use the mouse and just like a point with?
Well, I was going to do that. We can do that, but I didn't pull up a list of maps. I just thought that would take too long.
We've got Northrend up here.
That's probably the Frozen Kingdom.
We got Kalimdor.
Nope.
And Eastern Kingdoms.
Nope.
We got Pandaria down here.
So you
over
see
here's the Maelstrom.
Well, these are the things I want to point out. So you see
the
where
Broken Isles right here. These WoW jokes are going over swimmingly.
You gotta quit playing WoW. I don't want WoW injected into my preparation ape anymore.
Well, don't ask what games of it.
Well, that's outside of that. So if you look at this one right here, this looks like a champagne bottle, which might be the Food Kingdom. Maybe.
Okay.
You see all these? This looks like forest trees, so I'm assuming that's the Forest Kingdom. This looks like one of those plants that we saw in the latest trailer, to where it's the one that runs around like a little lizard.
Or a huge pair of pussy lips.
Huge.
Yes.
This looks like a top hat, so I'm assuming that's the cap.
Okay.
This looks like a mushroom.
That just looks like a circle.
And this...
I'm with you on everything else. I'm not...
No, but do you see how the bottom...
Yeah, I get barely. But I see it now that you're
That's why I was going to That's why I was going to get a bigger version of it. And can you tell what that is? Get up there, DKP. Tell me what that is.
Let's take a look.
I'll tell you.
Looks like a leaf.
It's a dolphin.
Oh, yeah, and I see it now.
That's Isle Delfino.
Oh,
from
no.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, no, that's no good.
No, that's great. That means not only is my theory about the Mushroom Kingdom from Super Mario 64...
Well, hold on. You got me all fucked up now seeing shit that's potentially out there. This looks like a bat.
Yeah.
Is that like Horrorland or
Maybe.
whatever?
I hope so. That'd be dope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually... Did you read this somewhere, or were you just looking at it?
Both.
I'm impressed, though. Like, yeah.
As far as, like, pointing out what I think things are, the Isle Delfino thing was pointed out.
Well, first off, like, it's kind of weird in general that we're getting a geographic map of Mario Land.
Well, think about Mario World. Mario World looks like a globe.
Yeah, but, like, this brings, like, a new sense of, like, realism to it that, like, batters haven't had before. So
you don't seem happy about that sense of realism.
No, I am. Like, I think it's what I was getting at was, like, if somebody gave you this picture and they're like, yeah, check it out, here's the map of, like, Mario, whatever, like cool, this, okay, it just looks like continents. Like, I probably wouldn't have taken the time to look and notice that there's a fucking wine bottle there.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that'd be like looking at fucking our Earth and like, oh, Italy. Must be the boot level. The shoe level.
Well, you know,
yeah.
they say that Louisiana looks like a boot.
Louisiana looks like my dick. Get out of here. No, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah,
Like,
how about the Mario Nips? Super excited. Super excited
yeah,
about
what the
Mario
fuck?
Nips.
I thought that was fake at first. Because I think you were
No, it's
over
in
here.
that, no, it's in that trailer.
No, it's man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, it's like, would you
Plus Doggo's in
rather Mario not have nips? Like,
It's got to have the nips.
it's the damned if you do
It's gotta have the
scenario.
nips.
You know, it's like, it's so weird because like that's gonna bring in like a whole new fetishistic aspect to Mario, right? And like tweaking his nips and shit. Like, I'm sure I'll see drawings of that all over the place. But at the same time, like, well, it would be even weirder if he just had no nipples. You know? It's the sort of detail that I wouldn't have noticed either way till somebody pointed it the fuck out.
Yeah.
But now that I know it's there, like, there's no winning solution.
So, let me ask you this. We see Mushroom Kingdom and Isle Delfino. Do you think we will visit both of those? Or do you think they're just there just for, like, lore's sake?
Probably the latter.
I hope you're wrong.
Well, I hope. I mean, you can take out Delfino, but I want a Mushroom King. You know. No, like as far as
I'd love to just visit Delfino.
well,
Just Delfino Plaza.
you just want to see like what it looks like with new visuals and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't want anything in the game. I'm not gonna say I don't want that in there. Would I prioritize it over any of the other new ones? No. But yeah, I don't know because like when you think of an Odyssey, it's like it's a journey like of new discovery.
Yeah,
So that's what I mean. Like, I don't know if you're actually going to be visiting all these places.
for sure.
You know?
I mean, we saw where he like jumps through the painting that looks like Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's going to do that.
For at least that one, sure.
Why do you think PP always wants to be saved? Because Mario becomes a sexual beast after beating Bowser, bags the shit out of PP. I suppose hoping for peach nips will just leave me disappointed.
If you're looking for peach-colored nips, you will be always disappointed.
Not peach colored, Princess Peach nips.
What's the difference? What do you think they call her peach?
Oh.
Also, what do you
thought it was
what
that
do you think
she-
they call her toadstool?
Oh. I thought it was because she keeps a good trimming down there. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
It's like, Mario's like, it's like a peach.
I'm going to eat the peach.
The
Oh.
juice is flowing.
When he's what is it? Mario 64. You see his idle animation is him sleeping. He's like, oh, ravio. He's like, a pizza pussy.
A spaghetti.
A spagooter. A forced anal. Yes.
Did you say forced anal?
I said ravioli. So yeah, this is really neat though.
Yeah. Exciting.
Yep.
I thought this was going to be a quick little discussion, which I guess it is, relatively speaking. Thought it'd go quicker than. But yeah, let's move on.
All right.
I'm excited.
Top 5 Red Dead takeaways. Let's fucking hear.
All right, these are my takeaways, of course.
Well, first off, like, hold on. Let's just talk about the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like a fucking idiot today.
What's new?
And it doesn't happen. I'm too much of a
narcissist.
narcissist to be like, I'm wrong at any point. But today, I felt like a fucking total retard. So, I thought for sure they would stream the trailer on the official Rockstar Twitch.
Yeah.
So me and like 12,000 other people were eagerly awaiting it, and waited for like fucking 5 minutes after the trailer had already been posted. With nothing.
Twitter, fam. Twitter's the way to go.
Yeah, but I don't fucking like Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, man, I love Twitter.
Yeah. But, yeah, man,
Hey.
not quite what I was expecting. No release date, which sucks.
Yeah.
You know why they're not giving a
You're
release date?
you're getting into my takeaways right now.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do that first.
Takeaway number 5.
All right.
No release date yet. Still have spring.
Yep.
You know, it was supposed to be fall 2017. You know, we're in fall 2017.
Be playing Red Dead right
We're
now.
going to be playing Red Dead right now. I mean, I'm glad they delayed it, but just putting yourself in the shoes of the alternate universe where the game is actually finished in time, it's just like, alternate universe would be so much better.
You know why it's only spring 2018, right?
Why?
Because they're going to delay it again.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I think they're shooting for March. March is when the last one came out.
I absolutely think it's going to get delayed again.
March 2010, right? Was that the last one?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Same day as Alan Wake. We talked about that before.
And hold on, let me read your takeaways. That way, if I comment something, I don't steal it. Okay.
No, it's okay if you steal it, but if we go through the takeaways,
here,
you
listen,
can provide context.
Here's another reason why I don't think they're going to delay it again. The fact that they didn't show what consoles and everything, the full array that it's going to be on, like most games, means that they might not be sure yet which platforms it's going to come to.
RIP PC players.
So, like, if they haven't decided,
how would you feel if it came to Switch before it came to PC?
Shit. I'd just be happy it was coming to PC ever. You know what I mean? Which is fucking absurd because GTA 4 and 5 came, but somehow when it comes to Red Dead, they're like, "Nah, fam, we can't let you have that."
The PC misters don't like westerns. All right, takeaway number 1.
All right,
we already did number 5. We're jumping back to number 1.
Okay.
It's definitely a prequel.
Yep.
Definitely a prequel. It follows the Dutch gang, but it follows the Dutch gang. It looks like either before or during John Marston's stint.
John Marston, you say?
So Dutch is even seen. He is shown in the trailer, which is cool.
People have been saying us Marston folks might make a cameo.
Oh, John Marston's definitely.
Personally, man, I'm hoping.
So, yeah. How do you feel about it bringing a prequel?
Great. Because, okay, so Red Dead Redemption, if I remember right, took place in, like...
1910.
There you go. Yeah. I was going to say, like, 1905, but, yeah, 1910. If you went any further forward, it would feel less like a Western. Because there'd be a lot more... Like, if you're going to do it, like, time period correctly, let's see, it's 15 years in the future, like... Yeah, there would probably be cars, and there were cars in Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Like, at a very select part of the game. Like, the old, like, not even Ford Model T, but, like, I don't know. Little goofy ones with the stupid white wheels, you know? Back when people were like, yeah, I've got this bicycle that you have to climb a ladder to get on. I don't know of any other efficient way to make a bicycle, you know, something with 2 wheels.
Style,
it was fucking back. See, I don't think it was for style back then. I think it was.
Think about like people that get like jacked up trucks now.
No,
you got to climb a ladder.
They didn't have bicycles. Period. That didn't look like that back then.
Are you sure?
I feel fucking pretty sure. Yeah.
I've been hearing it takes place 5 years after John Marston left the gang.
He says gang.
He meant gang.
Okay, but it's still a prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like. If you have to bring it back in time to maintain that like Western feel and keep it like time period accurate, fucking do it. Go back another 100 years. I don't give a shit.
What I was hoping for was that was that they would have taken a different approach with it and had you play as Jack in 1916 through like 1920 and cover like World War I. I would have loved that.
Fuck that, dude.
No, that would have been
World War I?
World War I. Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be Red Dead Redemption anymore. It wouldn't be a Western.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It absolutely does.
No, it doesn't.
You get that shit the fuck out of here.
It doesn't.
You're like,
you
know what needs? You know what I need?
Right,
you know what I need more of my Red Dead Redemption? Battlefield 1. Get the fuck out of here.
Not Battlefield 1. You don't have to do it like fucking extravagant like that. But have this like terrible story of him having to fucking go to Europe and fight for the assassination of Franz Ferdinand. Plays Jack in the Industrial Revolution. See, that sounds dope.
No, it doesn't.
It does to me.
Jack Marston was fucking terrible.
Well, if they ever do it, I'll make sure that you don't play it. I'll talk to him and be like, "You're gonna play it," and you're like, "Nah, it just sounds terrible."
Well, I feel pretty confident that they're not going to.
But if they did, you're saying you wouldn't play it.
Say that. I just said like. That's not my ideal version of Red Dead Redemption 2,
which
is
mine.
Like a World War I game.
That sounds awesome.
You are out of your fucking mind.
I guess so.
We have like no Western games that are like purely like central. Like what was great about Red Dead Redemption was like you camping out in the wilderness, like going to Mexico, like the whole.
You can't camp out in the wilderness during World War I.
We have games about World War I. There's such a small amount of games.
We do now. We didn't a year ago.
Get the fuck out of here. I feel like you're you cannot be sincere about that.
I'm 100% sincere.
But
I'll play it. Industrial Revolution or not.
Like I said, I'd play it, but like no, like That's not what I would want. But anyways, Jack Marston sucks too, in my opinion. And I have one reason why. In Red Dead Redemption, when you transition from Marston to Marston, you initially do see Jack as a kid, right?
Yeah.
He's like, what, like 12, 13?
Is this the voice thing?
Yeah, and he sounds like he's like, Paul, when he's like 13. Like, Paul, what are you gonna do, Paul? And then when it's a grown man, like with a mustache and shit, it's the same voice actor. And he's like, so it looks like a grown man, but he's like, I don't know, mister. That drove me fucking nuts, man. And like, it just made me hate the character. Dude, come on.
That's why we shouldn't get it in World War I during the Industrial Revolution. It's because of his voice.
You were literally blowing my fucking mind right
Number
now.
2. The leaked map that we got about a year ago appears to be accurate. Now, what
Really?
what that comes from is, do you remember in the map, it showed that it kind of covers a little bit more east?
Yeah.
So this covered like New Mexico, Arizona, S-type territory. The map showed New Bordeaux, which is in Mafia, which is like the bayou
Wasn't
place.
the original one in Texas?
I mean,
Texas and
partially,
Mexico?
maybe.
Yeah. I think
But
so.
it's that area.
Right.
It's right on the Mexican
This one,
border.
I got the feeling it was like up north, kind of. Because you said like mountains.
Well,
and
it
shit,
covers
like,
all of them. It's
What do you
going to
mean
cover a
all of
larger. It's going to cover a larger area.
It's gonna be that expansive.
Yeah.
I was hoping that would be the case, and that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You recognize the bayou scene? Did you see the bayou scene? They're like walking through the bayou, and there's like an alligator that
Yeah, I
eats a
did see
pig.
it. Yeah.
Yep. Appears to be
So it
accurate.
might be one of like the largest maps ever, et cetera, et
I
cetera.
hope so. Comment on YouTube that said, "Will there be chrome horses?"
Could only hope.
God, I hope so. Number 3. The game protagonist's name is Arthur Morgan, and he doesn't look like he's a good guy.
Paul R. Nelson.
John Marston, Arthur Morgan.
Yeah, it's like Marston and Morgan.
You know my middle
In for
name is
business.
Arthur. Did you know that? My middle name was Arthur.
Yeah, I always thought that was really lame. My middle name is just the letter J, no shit. Which is cool.
Oh,
as
that's
fuck.
so cool.
It is.
J.
It doesn't stand for anything either, which is fucking.
I'm gonna start calling you Jay.
In before Idify comments.
I'll call you Violent J, like from ICP.
No, sir, you're not.
But aren't you? I mean, you're kind of violent. Violent
Tommy,
J.
you're gonna need better bait than that. Sir.
I don't need World War I Industrial Revolution. I'm gonna go
Why
violent.
the fuck? Hold on.
We're not going back to it. We're not going back.
I'm gonna finish my fucking
Idify says
sentence.
another theory going around.
You know
is
what
that
I
you might
want
be
out
able
of
to
my
play as a
Western
different
game?
protagonist.
Not the Wild West. I'm just astounded.
I'm sure you are. You gonna go
Yeah.
Violent J on me? DJ for Justice KP.
Yeah, Dick Justice.
Dick
Yeah.
Justice.
Yeah.
All right, I buy it. So yeah, he's not a
Idify
good
said
guy.
another theory going on is he might play as a different protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems
That'd
to
be cool,
be sort of an anti-hero at best.
Total anti-hero.
And
Like there's a line
we
that's
haven't
like,
really
the
seen-
law's after you.
we haven't really seen the hero part of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But one assumes.
Here's my hope.
Hmm.
He is in the gang. John's in the gang. A bunch of stuff transpires like throughout the game, and you become John Marston's mentor.
Oh, okay. I thought you were meant to like, and at the end he rips his face off and he's John Marston. I was like, what? How are you bastardizing this game so much? No,
So he becomes John Marston's mentor,
yeah, sure.
and then he like turns his back on Dutch, and like he convinces John that this path is not the right path. Like he basically sets up the events of Red Dead Redemption.
You know what would have been really cool, like what I would have liked, just like John Marston is in most of the game, but he plays like the younger recruit that looks up to him, and then like the arc is eventually him being like, John, you're a good kid, don't you know? I don't want this life for it.
Isn't
You're a
that
good
what
kid.
I just said?
Yeah, but you said like at the end of the game, because like John Marston like is not. It looks to be not in this. This is after he left the gang. People are saying.
What a hot take you have.
I know.
No, he's the one that said that John Marston doesn't appear to be.
The general consensus online is that like he will not be in it, and if he is, it'll be in a cameo role, not like part of the gang.
I mean, I'm fine with that too. I would prefer
Yeah,
like that they're both in Dutch's gang.
that would be nice, but yeah,
I'd kind of like a game where you were the law hunting down Jay Marston.
fuck that. How do you?
It gives you
both
carte-
you guys can just leave.
In a video game, it gives you carte blanche to be a murderer. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Well, there you don't really necessarily picture any game where you play a cop you're murdering fools, you know. But like, nah, you know, if it's a Wild West game, be an outlaw, you know, or be a on the fence sort of guy.
Outlaw. A Cherokee and Choctaw. All right, number 4. Now, granted, we've already done number 5. Release date, no release date yet. RIP. Number 4. Bow and arrow confirmed. Bow and arrow, motherfucker. I love bows and arrows in games. You just feel like such a badass when you pull off a headshot with a bow and arrow. So yeah, first one didn't have them. This one has bows and arrows. Very excited for the different things that type of weapon could add to the game.
Possibly a little bit easier stealth stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing hunting with a bow and arrow. I'm
bummed we didn't see any of the Deadeye.
I'm fine.
They might not even bring that back. What do you mean? That was awesome.
If you're talking about anything that is a Red Dead staple, I would say the Deadeye mechanic is very much a Red Dead staple.
All right, what's number 5?
No release date.
Yep, it's definitely true.
That's it.
So, what do you think of the visuals?
I mean, the game looks gorgeous. It makes me very excited for like anything Rockstar's doing next. They have the time to do whatever the fuck they want.
That's what I would describe as comfy.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. Certain characters' faces looked better than others. It looks to me like some people got like facial recognition stuff and others didn't.
Speaking of
like facials. This guy or Arthur.
Speaking of facials,
Arthur, as well as the female character who like stabs that dude's hand with the knife. Yeah. She had a great face, but like everybody else just kind of looked meh when it would show like NPCs.
It's always really weird that like when you do a trailer, because more than likely like by the time it comes out they'll have fixed all that. But it's like you've had it's a minute and a half long trailer, pretty short, 90 seconds. You've had years to build this trailer. You didn't just make sure like that everything was on par with everything else. I don't
know if the game is going to be like that. I think the faces for the people talking, well, the main characters, are going to be better than the NPCs.
Well,
I legitimately think that.
Yes, to some degree. Like in Grand Theft Auto 5, like regular street walking people, like the NPCs. Yeah, but anytime there was like a cutscene, which is like this is like mostly what this was, they were usually like directly like on par with one another. But either way, like I don't give a shit. I'm speaking of like this is the reason why it's not going to bother me either way.
Yeah.
I got a Kickstarter backer email this morning for Shenmue 3, and they're like, "Hey guys, look at our progress on facial facial animations." And I don't know if it was a joke or not, but it was like just a lady being like, and that's it. And it looked like shit still. And they're like, and they literally said, they go like, being that this is Shenmue 3, there will be plenty of old people who knows what they want.
Who knows what they want?
Yeah, it was like a minute long, and it was like, is this a fucking...
They want to die in peace.
I was like, is this a joke? The fuck is this? But, the game looks fucking brilliant.
I'm really excited about it. I'm talking shit about the faces, but it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping about it.
Like, if I had to pick a critique,
exactly.
I guess I'd say that.
I would have preferred had they done this trailer like they've done trailers for the last couple of years, where there's that narrator that's like, in the world of Red Dead Redemption.
Was it fucking...
Hunting is your main source for resources.
Like the Ubisoft sort of shit? Well, they did that.
It's not Ubisoft. It's Rockstar.
They did it with Red Dead. They did it with GTA 5. It's been such a long time since GTA 5 came out. But yeah, remember you had the series. They also did it with Max Payne. Now that I think about it, yeah, it's like in the world of Max Payne, every bullet's in real time, etc.
Yeah, I was hoping for something like that. It's been like 4 or 5 minutes long.
Well, I fully believe we will get.
No, I think we will too. I just thought that this would be the time for that. But yeah, let's move on. I'm excited. Ubisoft plus Vivendi corporate battle. Now, we've been talking about this, I would say, for the last, 60 Prep 8s. It comes up. Yep. It's been something that's been talked about for a while. Just to give you a little backstory, if you haven't been following or you're not fully aware of the story. Vivendi, a corporation who, they own a bunch of other companies. They recently, at least a couple of years ago, bought Gameloft, which is, they do make mobile games. I'm sure you played a Gameloft game before. Bought them all out. And for the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, they've been slowly buying Vivendi stock. And people think that they're attempting to buy Vivendi stock so that they can do, what's it called? A hostile takeover. That's what I'm looking for. People are assuming that they're trying to do a hostile takeover and buy out Ubisoft from Ubisoft, basically, to try to get the majority of shares in Ubisoft so they can take 100% control of the company. Now, obviously, the fear with that is that anytime that there's a corporate overlord, the purpose, the soul of this company starts to lose a lot of, at least personally speaking, opinion here, but starts to lose a lot of its heart, and it becomes more of a money churning machine. So things that would make them more financially successful, like microtransactions.
Think about it.
And the things that gamers may not consider, what's the word that you use a lot?
Consumer friendly.
Consumer friendly. Yeah. Those things may become more and more.
Or anti-consumer. Yeah.
Anti-consumer, yes.
Well, think about it. Like, how often do you see companies like, okay, if you're going to take over a business, you're probably taking it over. It's like, yeah, I'm seeing gaps where you're failing to capitalize on. Like, there's opportunities that you're just not taking advantage of.
Yeah.
So I'll take you over, you're successful, and then we'll advance you in that direction. Which, oftentimes they're not, capitalizing on those opportunities because fuck you.
Yeah.
There's usually a reason. And it's anti-consumer, yes.
So what I'm going to do is there's an article from Bloomberg. They talked to Yves Guillemot. That's the gentleman pictured here. He is the president and creator of Ubisoft. His family owns it. He's the CEO. He's on the board of directors. He's all the things. He's very, very, very important in terms of like video game human beings. So this from Bloomberg. Ubisoft Entertainment, the French video game company that's racked up the 5th best performance among stock's 600 members this year, has a plan to keep revenue and profit growing if it can maintain its independence from French media giant Vivendi. The industry will expand at a rate of 15% to 20% over the next several years, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot said in an interview ahead of the company's annual meeting on Friday. To capture its share, the French video game company plans to accelerate a push into new technologies such as cloud-based gaming and expand in promising Asian markets. Guillemot, who's 57, squirmed out of Ballor's grip. Ballor is the company. Ballor is the family. Ballor
sounds like a Lord of the Rings fucking monster.
Ballor is the family that owns Vivendi.
Okay.
Just like the Guillemots own Ubisoft. So Ballor's grip before last year's AGM by persuading shareholders that Ubisoft was more valuable on its own. He delivered with the stock up 70% in 12 months, and annual sales projected to rise 18%. But with Vivendi still on the prowl and poised to gain adding voting rights in November.
With Vivendi still cruising pussy. We'll see if they can find one to dive into.
Investor support is even more crucial now. Guillemot argues that ties to Vivendi would snuff out opportunities, not increase them. So he's openly saying, like, fuck these guys. I do want to take a moment. I want to pause to say, like, Ubisoft is doing incredibly well this year. The best-selling game of 2017, a year that arguably is one of the best years of video games ever. Best-selling game of this year? Ghost Recon Wildlands.
What? That can't be true.
Google it.
Google. I believe you. I'm having to force myself to believe you.
Yeah.
Because my mind, just is revolting the idea. I don't know anyone who's even played it.
I've played it.
I don't know.
I didn't finish it.
Apart from you, I don't know anyone who's bought it or played it. I have not seen it. No, that's got to be bullshit.
Google it. Fucking Google it. All these people that are saying I'm wrong,
I can't.
Google it. I'll Google it.
Yeah, do it. Because look, hold on.
Best-selling games of...
Because, dude, okay, I can only speak, I guess, this is where I could be wrong on this. For, the PC market, Steam, right? But Grand Theft Auto 5 is consistently, on the top seller list, selling millions of copies monthly. When that came out, it was up there, but it's been fucking gone since.
All right, this is as of June, so it's not 100%. Number 10, MLB The Show, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, NBA 2K17, GTA 5, RE7 at number 6,
All right.
Mass Effect Andromeda at number 5.
Hold on.
This is as of June.
This list is bullshit.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Number 3, Breath of the Wild.
I'm telling you.
Number 2, For Honor. And number 1, Ghost Recon Wildlands.
They're not incorporating everything then. Because I know there's like the physical digital shit. I'm telling you right now, there's 0% fucking chance that Resident Evil 7 has sold more copies this year than Grand Theft Auto 5.
As of June?
I do not believe that.
Okay.
Because hold on, you know a lot of these lists and shit.
It's not of the year, it's for the month of June. No, that's best-selling games of the year so far.
But you know a lot of the lists, and like I said, we can maybe like investigate this offline, so we're not just like doing live Googling as a show. But like, you know, a lot of them are like, yeah, we're only including physical sales or some goofy shit like that, right? Like that includes total sales. That's where like I don't believe.
2017's best-selling video game so far. Like, if anybody wants to prove me otherwise, if anybody can pull up any information, I'm totally down with that. The information that I have looked up says this. I'm not saying I'm 100% right. I'm saying what I have searched for when looking for these things, that is what it says.
It's just, you know, a lot of times when somebody says something like, that's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
It's kind of
number 2,
it's kind of
For Honor, also
Ubisoft. It's like hyperbole, right?
Yeah.
This is the first time like I legit feel like that's unbelievable. And I mean that in a very literal sense.
I think the difference is that we sometimes forget that we are in a video game bubble. That we have a show that talks about as an invested in video games.
But there are so many games that like have hit mainstream success. Destiny, fucking Final Fantasy, which like wouldn't consider that to be the top sell of the year. Like Ghost Recon Wildlands, like I don't know anybody who's played it. I haven't heard anything about it. None of the top streamers.
Again, we're in a bubble.
PUBG came out like
we're in a bubble.
That just blows that absolutely blows my fucking mind.
Pep says, yeah, it's crazy. It looks to be true. Right here says, yeah, it looks true as the middle of last month.
And that includes digital and physical sales, those numbers.
Look it up.
We're fucking doing a show. Oh, you want me to just minimize this?
No, pull out your phone like I just did.
No, I'll just sit here and say it's unbelievable.
All right, that's fine. I'm fine with that. To continue, a video game company cannot grow within a media conglomerate, Guillemot said, citing Walt Disney Company failed expansion. In our industry, independence is needed to take risks.
Hold on, repeat that part about Walt Disney.
Guillemot said, citing Nintendo Disney Company's failed expansion. I don't know the reference. In our industry, independence is needed to take risks, to be innovative. That is not compatible with Vivendi's way of operating.
Yep.
I appreciate the CEO's like, we're not fucking laying down for this. Guillemot, who co-funded Ubisoft...
What he's saying is extremely correct, because it's like a larger company. It's like Disney. You know why they bought Star Wars? Because they can churn it out and basically just milk the teat of that. And even if like those
so that they can film
even if they turn to shit, guaranteed, like Star Wars fans are gonna be like, yeah, this one might be good. I'm gonna go see it. Like there's about zero chance to get like a bad reputation.
I'm the complete opposite of excited for the Han Solo movie. Totally gonna go see it in the theater.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, same thing. But like that's a safe ass way to do it, and they're playing it safe by like, there's no like Deep Space Nine version of Star Trek. I'm sorry, of Star Wars. It's like, hey, everyone, like, somehow we're going to put R2-D2 in it.
Yeah.
In Rogue One for some reason. Yeah. That's like a zero risk, you know? So yeah, as far as like cool, neat games that just like Steep, like I didn't care about Steep. But like...
Diversify their fucking portfolio.
That's a one-off that could have been awesome, and maybe it was. Like,
diversify that
portfolio.
You're
not going to fucking
partner with
Nintendo,
shit. Do Mario plus Rabbids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like...
Which is the third best-selling Nintendo Switch game of all time. Granted, only 3. I mean, they only had like 100 games out. It's not super insane that it's doing well. But it makes it the best third-party Nintendo... Best-selling third-party Nintendo Switch game ever.
Yeah, but you're not going to get any of that shit.
Yeah.
If Vivendi takes over.
Guillemot, who co-founded Ubisoft in '86, expects future growth will come from further changes in technology, like cloud gaming, artificial intelligence, machine learning, virtual reality, and augmented reality. Some of these features will also improve the feedback on how people play, showing Ubisoft developers new ways to customize and adapt their products. In addition, Ubisoft is targeting geographical expansion. Guillemot said the company's goal is to take advantage of new markets such as Asia or Russia. that it isn't yet covering very well.
Gaming
Gaming growth is huge in Asia, especially in China, where mobile games are booming. Ubisoft has increased its efforts in mobile gaming since Vivendi took over another family-led company, Gameloft, which focused on mobile games. Ubisoft expects China to become its second largest market, up from its current 6th ranking. Vivendi, the owner of Universal Music and Canal Plus, currently owns 26% of Ubisoft. The company, led by billionaire Vincent Bellore, hasn't decided whether to make a bid for Ubisoft or sell the stock. Vivendi has requested a board seat at Ubisoft, but was rejected by management and refrained from seeking a shareholder vote at this year's AGM. Later this year, double voting rights will increase Vivendi's power to close to the 30% threshold past which it would be required to make a bid under French law.
Thank God. If you include August, it looks like Breath of the Wild takes best-selling spot.
Thank God.
Happy where, like Luke talking about Star Trek, like, that's not true. That's impossible. Like,
I've never heard of it, so it's not possible. I don't know anybody that's talking about it.
Don't you fucking...
Because none of my friends are talking about Ghost Recon Wildlands. The small group of the YouTubers and streamers that I watch don't talk about it. This can't be true.
You are so fucking off base. It makes me want to fucking fight
why is
face.
it impossible for you to believe?
Because one, I got between fucking 4chan's video board, Reddit's games, whatever,
He's doing exactly what I just mocked him for. Continue.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking going to. No one has talked about it since release, right? And when it's like none of the streamers I watch, no, like
you don't watch Twitch.
It's been news that like PUBG has like set records as far as like the amount of people streaming it, watching it, all that.
1.5 million concurrents is what they hit this week.
The larger games, like you know about them, you hear about them, you read articles about it. There's been nothing.
I think last week they hit 10 million copies sold.
Nothing
PUBG.
about Ghost Recon Wildlands. Like that game, like I thought it flopped because I have not heard anyone talk about it. I haven't seen anyone post about it. Be like, hey, this game's great. Like, nothing since its release.
Again, we're in a bubble. All that stuff that you're talking about is all within a video game bubble.
Then I'm in the fucking biggest bubble that has ever existed.
When you worked at EA,
you
worked at EA, right?
Yes.
When you were at EA, do you remember what like?
No, I'm not talking about my personal like.
I know, but do you remember? And it may be different over the last couple of years than it was then. But the number of like FIFA contacts that we got compared to everything else is like 10 to 1.
Yeah,
10 to 1.
That has like,
I don't know anybody that plays FIFA that doesn't work at EA. I don't know streamers. I don't see people talking about it on
But even that,
Twitch
like, that's not the
anything
most
like
like
that.
sold game of the year, apparently.
But I'm saying like that people can exist and buy and play video games outside of our bubble.
Sure, but like the fact that like it's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah.
Is why I find it like if you had named almost any other game that people have talked about, like
do I think it's hard to believe?
Legend of Zelda, or you know,
yes, it is hard to believe. I still believe.
I still don't believe it. This is gonna be like I'm gonna have to go like the stages of grief to fucking legit believe that.
But basically, Ubisoft is doing very well for themselves. They're doing very well.
I believe that.
So it is terrifying that Vivendi is pushing as hard as they are. But I'm proud of Ubisoft. I'm proud of Yves Guillemot. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling hopeful. Ubisoft has, for the last decade or so, been my favorite of the big three. The Activision, EA, and Ubisoft.
That's fair, I guess.
Granted, I know Activision has Blizzard, but I'm not a big Blizzard fan like all the
Red
PC.
Dead's totally getting delayed again.
You think so?
I can't guarantee anything, but I absolutely fucking think it's going to. Yeah, man, like, they always say, like, you don't appreciate what you got until it's gone, right?
Yeah.
They say that. Well, this is an instance of that where it's like you can shit on Ubisoft all you want. There is plenty of stuff to goof on them about. But now that like they're being threatened, like now that they've got cancer basically and you don't know what their prognosis is, you're like, man, I don't want them to go though.
Dude, not at all. And dude, even this year alone, sorry, I'm going to pull up a list.
Yeah.
They have an extremely diverse portfolio. So this year they have Assassin's Creed Origins, South Park: The Fractured But Whole, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, For Honor, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Just Dance 2018. Where is it at? That South Park phone game that's coming, Star Trek Bridge Crew, Steep, the Olympics expansion, plus it's coming to Switch. Don't know if it'll make this year. But, like, plus they have Far Cry. They have the, based on Ghost Recon, they have the Tom Clancy license, so that gives us things like Rainbow Six, which is doing incredibly well. Rainbow Six Siege has just gotten bigger since it came out.
See,
so
I don't want to talk about it. I was going to say, I would almost
They don't make a bunch of sports games.
I would almost believed you. You said Rainbow Six Siege was the top seller. Because I've heard shit about that since it's come out. I've seen analysis videos on that, but...
If them getting bought out kills Uplay, I'm all for it.
Dude, no fucking shit, man.
I don't like Uplay, but it's not that bad.
Well, I mean, like, perhaps that's being...
It's not worth sacrificing.
A little bit dramatic, but, like, it truly is garbage, though.
I'll say this. There have been times... I think I was playing Watch Dogs 2. And I went... Maybe it wasn't Watch... Anyway, I was playing a game...
It's even
and
worse
because
on,
I've played a bunch of
worse
Ubisoft
on
games,
PC, by the way.
Since I don't play a lot of PC. But I was playing something, and then it's like, go here, and then you can get, like, a cool new outfit for your character. It was like 100 Ubisoft Uplay points or whatever. And I was like, cool, I have like 700 from the last like bunch of years of playing. I'll get that. And I like the idea. It's kind of like the Nintendo rewards program where, and I wish fucking Nintendo would do it, to where as you accomplish things in games, it gives you points that you can use to buy content for your games. Yeah. I love that idea.
Well, I mean, that
not a Uplay
being
hater.
a penny pinching, we're going to drain you slowly, piece of shit type of, you'll get content for free sort of company. Or for simply playing. It takes a special sort of company to do that.
Yeah.
Which is great that they did it. Hope Nintendo does it. But considering they never price drop their games, I don't know, man.
It's like, hey...
We talked about this last week.
We know you want to play our games, but you also need to give your computer AIDS in order to play it.
Yeah. I mean...
RIP, PC.
There is a... Okay, on the real here, just to prove his point. Maybe they're targeting, like, people that are coming there for as, like, bug catchers and gift givers. And I mean, they're the
bug catchers and gift givers.
They're the person giving. They're the person giving the gift.
The title of my autobiography.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna be disappointed when they read that. that Navy commercial, like, did anyone wrote a book about your life? They wouldn't want to read it. And it's like, it's called. If it sounds like it's about getting AIDS on purpose, yeah, probably. Well, we don't need to talk.
No,
but yes, basically what they do is they force you to be a bug catcher, and they're like, "Let me give you our."
We're
gift.
8 minutes over. What do you got?
Oh, now you're hitting the wrist. Nothing.
You're getting into something. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I want to go through that process.
Sure.
No, that's fair. That'll do it for tonight's episode.
Yep.
I hope you had as much fun as I did.
I hear that. I had a great time. Apparently, Magic Johnson is the only person that was able to successfully uninstall Uplay from his PC after getting it. Nobody knows how he did it either.
It's in his name.
I read about that the other day.
The solution's in his name.
He's like, magic. Yeah.
So right here is all the stuff that you need to do. Go to the website. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, where every episode of Prep Ape is available for your viewing pleasure. Every single one, including this one. Right now. If you go to YouTube, it's uploaded, ready to go. You can follow us on Twitter.
When you're watching this on YouTube, it will be. So, yeah.
You can
Correct.
follow... Where? YouTube.com/Chainsaw8. You can follow us on Twitter to see when DKP goes live, because nobody else does it. Yeah, haven't done the Netflix thing yet. Maybe we need to knock that out. Identify with 4 question marks.
Oh, Jesus.
4 question marks. Where the fuck is it? I've been waiting.
If I call us in 30 minutes to remind us, text us, and I'll do it right then. But
Chainsaw 8.
Chainsaw 8.
Also join our Facebook group. We also do a Netflix movie club. This week's movie, I think, is going to end up being Scary Movie 2.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, I think so. I have to check the poll. But, yeah, it's going to be Scary Movie 2. Which is not bad, because we're getting close to October.
Yeah, it's so, like...
Starting next week, you can only nominate horror movies.
I'm telling you, what's always
excited.
crazy is, like, the Netflix movie club, like, when you're waiting for, like, the results, it's really tense, it's like...
Is it going to be Army Dog?
No, it's just like... you submit it, and it's like, we'll call you when we get the results. It's like really important. Kind of like, well, let's just say like it's life changing, depending on like if it's a false positive with the results, or false positive for Scary Movie 2. You never know. You have to call a bunch of people and be like, hey, remember that time we watched Scary Movie 2 together? Installed Uplay on your machine. Well, I got some poor news for you. Remember that time you came over and like you're like, hey, yeah, let me put my thumb drive in. I want to grab that file. Well, I had Uplay on my machine and I was streaming Scary Movie 2. I just thought you should know. I want to download Norton antivirus so you can have cancer too.
I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 lately.
Yeah,
It's great. I can't stop playing it.
yeah. All right.
Go buy you a chainsaw shirt, maybe a trucker hat. Get you a DKP tie.
Yeah, get one of them. But all right, boys.
I've
That's
never
it.
seen it either. Thanks for hanging
all
out.
that,
I don't think we're doing a post stream. We haven't talked about it yet, but I don't really
no,
want
we're gonna be
to.
streaming tomorrow. Like
Yeah,
during the
we'll
day.
just
Quite a
do
bit
lots
more.
of stream tomorrow.
And probably into the nighttime. So
Maybe. Hopefully.
well,
Probably.
we'll
I just
see.
may not be there.
We'll play it by ear.
Yeah, we'll play it like a violin.
But all right, I'm DKP,
I'm Major Tom.
and good night, boys. Wish us luck on getting the SNES Classic.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.